Thomas Road in Glen Burnie. And I lived in a house, basically the way it was set up. It was no basement, nice front yard, decent backyard, fenced in, and they had a living room when you walked in the front door, and then a kitchen in the back of the house. They had a bedroom down a little hallway and a spare bedroom next to that one, and a little dirty-ass bathroom. Reason why I call it a dirty-ass bathroom is because the guy that I lived with, one of my roommates' name was Neil. We lived there for approximately 360 days, and I don't think he washed that motherfucker once. Like, the only time I got washed down is when the funk that was on him got washed down into the tub, and then all the soap scum just captured all his, man funk. So it was a dirty-ass bathroom. It was quarantined. We never even, I didn't even take a piss out there. I actually went out.
Must wear sandals.
Yeah, it was, clogs. But so he lived, the dirty asshole lived downstairs. Then I had another roommate named Mike that lived upstairs, and there was like a loft type upstairs to where it was split between two bedrooms, one a bigger bedroom, one a smaller bedroom, mine. And then between that there was a shower / toilet bathroom. Small toilet.
So there's a bathroom upstairs.
Yeah, it was a bathroom. Yeah, sorry. I'm new at this, man. I grew up in a cave. But this guy, Mike, he's a real nice guy, and he's the one that actually propositioned me about moving into this place that, basically needed a third person to pay the extra $300 and some odd dollars a month. And I was like, heck yeah, man, I need to get out and get a little bit more of my freedom. So I took him up on the offer. But the cool thing about Mike is he had a girlfriend that made a little bit of money, and she had a house on the Eastern Shore where he would spend a lot of time, so he was hardly ever home. He just happened to stop by a couple times a month and drop off the rent money. So that worked out for me because I had to I didn't go in his bedroom and, mess up his room or whatever, but I had the upstairs kind of to myself. The shower pretty much was mine, and my room was mine. But I was there. I can't remember who was hanging out with me that day, but it was two other people, and it was right around when DVDs first came out, and I got a DVD player for Christmas, and we wanted to watch a movie downstairs. We were watching a movie. We got some subs, some fries, some sodas. We're hanging out downstairs, and who walks in the door? Mike, never home. And he walks in, hey, dude, what's going on? And I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? And whoever was there said hi and everything, and then a minute and a half later, you hear this crash, boom, bam. His girl walks in, and she is a sight to see. I mean, if you haven't seen her before, you actually, stare and gawk at her like she's one of those ornaments on a tree you never seen before on Christmas time. I mean, she's a big girl. I mean, but it's one of those things where he's in love with her, and that's great. He loves that kind of woman, but I mean, she was uncomfortably big. Where she went to a amusement park, she couldn't ride any rides. There was no strap to hold her in. I think she even had a seatbelt extender in her car. I mean, it was one of those type of chicks. But hey, no hating on him. I mean, he likes more cushion for the pushing, so he was down with it. So I'm like, okay. So we told him, hey man, we just got some subs. I'm a nice guy. We want to break you off a half. You guys can, partake. I mean, because we went up to Vizzini's, and I think they had the 3 subs for, whatever,
$15.99
we would do what most people do with Chinese food. I'll get the General Tso's, you get the pork fried rice, and we'll do a community feeding or whatever.
Mix and match.
Yeah, we did that with the subs, so there was enough for him, and I don't know about his girl, but there was enough. So, but
she's used to.
I was nice. He's like, no, thank you. We just got done eating at the seaside joint. So I was like, all right, man, that's great, nice restaurant. So I said we're about to watch a DVD. I think it was The Matrix that we were going to watch, and he was like, nah, it's all we'd like to see it, but we got an early morning tomorrow. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. So we're downstairs, and the stairs, I guess there's 13 steps from the bottom to the top, but it's an eye shot. There's no really, I mean, you can kind of peek upstairs to see what's going on. So everything is, it's kind of like here. But so we start watching the movie a little bit. Goes by, an hour goes by, and, I hear the bathroom door open. And mind you, we don't even, one of us has to go to the bathroom. We don't use the bathroom downstairs because I'm telling you, man, you'll get soap scum on your forehead when you walk in the door. It's so dirty down there.
Tetanus shot.
So,
you leave.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. But you know, it's dirty. But so his girl, I can't remember her name. She ends up going into the bathroom, and she's taking her. She's the type of girl that takes a nightly shower. So hey, it's one of those things. So we're saying, man, that bathroom's gonna be blocked up, man. She's a female. She's in the bathroom. You know.
Is there another S to the shower?
Yeah. It should have been showers, but you know, they should have took her ass in the backyard and hosed her down. But basically, she got into the bathroom and she undressed or whatever she did. I wasn't there, so I don't know the full story, but I can only imagine. Basically, she gives a new meaning to the word disrobing. But she got into the shower, and we're watching Matrix. We don't have no stereo, ba-boom, 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 you know, going on. So it's basically straight up like 2 TV stereos with the Matrix going on. So we're watching it, we're enjoying it, but all of a sudden, you know, about 10 minutes later, she goes in the door, you hear this click, boom, crash, boom, click, boom, crash. And I was like, yo, man, what the hell is that? You hear that?
Surround sound.
It ain't the Matrix, man. And I was like, I know it ain't the Matrix.
We're in the Matrix.
It's coming up from upstairs, man. So, you know, a couple minutes later, you hear this click, boom, crash, boom. So I'm like, what the fuck is that, man? So we go outside, and we started smoking a cigarette. And I'm thinking, man, you know what that shit is? That's her turning around in the fucking shower, man. And every time she turns around, it's her belly hitting the door. And when she turns back around, it's slamming the door. Like, she was so big, she couldn't do a 360 in there. You know what I mean? So I was like, yo, what the hell? What the hell? That's crazy. But
3-point turn up in that jump.
yeah, I mean, she couldn't. I mean, it was to the point to where I could bet, like, my whole wallet's worth of loot and my next paycheck that she didn't get all the nooks and crannies of her body in that shower washed that night. She wasn't fully clean. But Mike just took her for her word. She said, yeah, I took a shower, baby, and they went to the waterbed that he had. And this dude had one of those unorthodox waterbeds to where, like, it was, I don't know, it was like a muffin top, like type of, like a waterbed. You know what I mean? Like, it had the frame.
Bob had that. The mattress was too big.
Yeah, it was like, it was one of those things where the box spring didn't fit the bed that you put on top. So it, like, the bed actually muffin topped over top of the, you know what I mean, filled with water. So we're sitting down, the movie's paused, we're pressing pause, we're eating a little bit of subs or whatever, and drinking our Cokes, whatever we were doing, and we hear this whoosh, 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 whoosh. And we're looking up, dude, and we start seeing nails pop from the ceiling.
Big wave pool.
Yeah, we're like, no way, man. He's actually hitting that thing right now. It's like Noah riding the ark, son. There's elephants running out the back door and shit.
SS minnow. That's hippo. God damn.
Yeah, all I could envision was him. Like, you ever seen them crazy ass Indians, dude, that fuck with that Kama Sutra, and they try to get, they like big women, man. They like to try to balance themselves on their butt cheeks, like doing a Swami, you know, magic carpet ride. But that's what I was imagining him doing up there, man. But you could hear, like, every time because the bed was so large in the frame that you could hear, like, you know, the wave pool at Wild Wave. Like, it was crazy because it would cause an echo. Like, it was a pitch that it created. Like, you know, all the black kids at Wild World, when we were kids, we would go there, and the wave would rise up, and you hear this, yay, ooh, yay, ooh. But so when she was like, oh, you could hear that, oh. So, I mean, it was weird, man. The bed was fucked up. The waves were all jacked up. But, like, I don't know. You can't look at somebody with a straight face after you.
No.
One, you hear the shower joint, and then two, you know they had sex. And the next day, I was at a loss, man. I just couldn't. I couldn't face Mike no more. Like, and for a while, it took me because I just couldn't keep a straight face because it was crazy funny, man. It was ridiculous. Like, but I just can't believe that. Why didn't you go back to? I don't know what they were doing that day, but they decided to take a pit stop, or you know what I mean. But normally I wasn't home like that. Normally I was hanging out doing something else. But it just so happens we decided to hang out because normally that guy Neil is doing something in the living room. But I told him flat out that we're watching The Matrix. I could have watched it up in my room, but my room was stuffy, man. But she
needed a hometown quick. Mike needed a hometown quickie.
Yeah, it was something, but it was crazy, man. She came with attachments. But, yep, that's my my crazy roommate story.